Hello, my name is Tracy Okonya. I'm a junior at ASU studying biology with a minor in global health. So that's kind of what drew my attention towards the topic that I'm going to be covering today. And the last couple months, I have been spending a lot of time and taking classes towards this topic. So I do feel like I have a lot of knowledge on it, and I feel very comfortable sharing all of that with all of you. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment or contact me, and I'd be happy to answer those for you. So the conversation is going to be about 5 to 7 minutes long. If anyone needs to get up and go to the bathroom or grab a drink of water, I want you guys to all take care of your health first, so go ahead and do that. And I want everyone to feel really safe and comfortable in this conversation. So if everyone agrees to keep this private and confidential, I'm going to go ahead and continue, and you can go ahead and listen. So I want to thank you all for being here and for taking time out of your day to listen and spend time with me. I know there's some expectant mothers in the audience who may be listening, so I just want to say congratulations to all of you. This is a really exciting time in your life, so I really want to thank you for being here with me. And I just want to share part of why I'm here. I'm really passionate about giving everyone in this world the opportunity to live a happy and healthy life, and I want them to be able to pass that on to their children and to the next generation. So I'm here because I want to spread knowledge on how to prevent the transmission of HIV so that one day we can have an HIV-free generation. So for all those expectant mothers out there, I just want you to take a moment and just think about the future for your baby, and just think about all that's possible for that baby. My mom used to always tell me that the world is mine. Anything I want is mine as her baby. And she brought me into this world to give me that opportunity to have freedom and have decisions. So I just want you all to think about that and think about how that's possible for you and for your children too. So I want to empower you all to have knowledge of your health and to be able to take charge and pass that on to your baby as well. So I'm going to be talking about HIV, as I think I mentioned a little earlier, and what that stands for is human immunodeficiency virus. And does anyone know if there's a cure for HIV? If everyone said no, you're correct. There is no cure for HIV anywhere in this world, but there is excellent treatment and 100% effective ways of preventing the transmission of HIV. So I want to focus on how HIV can be transmitted from mother to child. And there's 3 ways during pregnancy that HIV can be transmitted. Can anyone guess any of those 3 ways? The 3 ways that HIV can be transmitted from mother to child during pregnancy is 1, during childbirth, and that's the most common one. 2 is during breastfeeding, and 3 is in the womb, and that is the most rare time that it can be transmitted, so I'm going to save that one for last. So with that first one, during childbirth, there's a lot of vaginal secretions and blood involved in childbirth, and those are fluids that in an HIV mother contain HIV and can pass it on to the baby. Babies have small tears during childbirth, and those allow the HIV from an HIV positive mother into a baby. So for an HIV positive mother, if she were to have 3 babies, on average, 1 in 3 of those babies would be HIV positive. That being said, HIV positive mother can take action and take anti-HIV medication 48 to 72 hours before childbirth, and that drops that number from 1 in 3 to 0 in 3. But the only way for a mother to gain access to the treatment is to get tested for HIV and for that test to come back positive. So it's really important for mothers to get tested and know their status in order to protect themselves and their baby from HIV. So that's how it can be transmitted during childbirth. The second time is during breastfeeding. Breast milk is another fluid that in an HIV positive mother, it contains HIV and it can transfer into a baby, and that baby could become HIV positive. And again, if an HIV positive mother were to have 3 children and breastfeed the 3 of them, on average, the chances of one of those on average, 1 in 3 of those babies would be HIV positive. But again, that number can drop from 1 in 3 to 0 of her children if the mother were to take anti-HIV medication. But again, the only way for that mother to gain access to that medication is if she were to get tested and for that test to come back positive so that she can gain access to the treatment medication and prevent the transmission of HIV to her babies. And she could take care of her health that way and raise those babies so that they could live long lives with their mothers. So it's really important for mothers to get tested and know their status in order to protect themselves and their loved ones from HIV. And the third time that during pregnancy that HIV can be transmitted is during childbirth. Is in the womb. And that is the most rare time because the baby is inside the mother in its own little sac, and that sac protects the baby from HIV. But there are things that can damage that sac, like injury or malnutrition. So it's really important for mothers to get tested and know their status in order to protect themselves and their baby from HIV so that they can gain access to that medication and even further protect the baby from HIV. So it's very important for mothers to get tested and know their status in order to protect themselves and their babies from HIV so that the mother and child can live a long, healthy life. Thank you guys so much for listening. Congrats on your pregnancies and congrats on your babies and their healthy lives and futures. Thank you.